morning, students. Let's begin our social science class in continuation of NCERT Economics chapter Sectors of the Indian Economy. Today's contents sectors in the terms of ownership. It is divided into public and private sector. Every business or economic activity has an owner. Ownership divides an economy into two sectors, and that is public, that means companies owned and managed by government. For example, BSNL, BAIL, and NTPC, Air India, etc. When we talk about private sector, companies owned and managed by the private individual or groups. For example, Infosys, Reliance, Tata, ITC Limited, Nestle, and ICICI Bank. So, this is how we categorize them. Now we are going to see the distinguish between private and public sector. In private sector, ownership of assets and delivery of services is in the hand of private individuals or company. In public sector, the government owns most of the assets to provide all the services. In private sector, activities are guided by the motive to earn profit, and in public sector the purpose of public sector is not just to earn profit. Then in private sector, to get such services we have to pay money to these individuals and companies. In public sector, government raise money through taxes and other ways to meet the expenses of on the services rendered by it. Example of private sector companies: Tata Iron and Steel Company, which is known as Tisco, Reliance Industry, and Bajaj, etc. Private companies example, whereas in public sector, railways, post office, BSNL, and what you call this bus service. Um, these are some of the services in which public sector invest. Modern day government is spent on a whole range of activities. There are several things needed by the society as whole, but which the private sector will not provide at a reasonable cost. Even if they do provide these things, they would charge a high rate for their use. That is why these activities or the services are in the hand of government. What are these services? Construction of road, bridges, railway, harbors, and then generating electricity, providing irrigation through dams, etc. If it is in the hand of private, they charge more. Some activities require support of government. The private sector may not continue their production or business unless government encourages it. By bearing part of the cost of producing and supplying electricity, which a small scale industry can afford, it prevents them from shutting down. Government must spend on large number of activities which are its prime responsibility, example health and education. Government should also pay various aspects of human development. Now we are going to talk about if the prime responsibility health, availability of safe drinking water, housing facilities for the poor, and food and nutrition. Similarly, the government in India buys wheat and rice from farmers at a fair price, that it is stored in godowns and sells at a lower price to consumers through ration shops. The infant mortality rate in Odisha and Madhya Pradesh is higher than the sum of the poorest region of the world. So, in conclusion, the government to take care of the poorest and the most ignored regions of the country through increased spending in such areas. Now, question related to the topic: distinguish between public and private sector. 3 mark. Explain with example the reasons for government to spend on certain activities. This answer is based on like why government provide water facilities to all community. It is not in the hand of private sector, because water is essential for everyone, rich and poor. If water providing facility come in the hand of private sector, they charge more, which is not able to bear by poor category. That is why this is the one best example, these activities in hand of government. And then what are the responsibilities of the government towards its citizens? 3 mark, that is also given by me in paragraph. You will write 3 mark question. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.